Hello, 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 no bravado massive. How are you? I'm disappearing, am I? Can't be bothered to do the normal setup today. I'm not feeling the greatest, but I didn't want to miss another show. Well, go on, Jigger Man.
What's going on, baby? Good? Everything, Chris?
I'm not feeling the greatest, but
you said you got the cold, you got the flus.
No, Charlene's got the flu, so Charlene's not coming on today. So, well wishes to you, honey. Hope you get better soon. Me, I thought I was having a heart attack, but it just seems like it's wind lodged in my chest. It bloody hurts.
Don't be dropping down on the show, yeah? Because, geez.
Do you know what I mean? So, but no, what did you do over the weekend?
Friday, I did some boys, my friend's son's 18th birthday party in Chelmsford. Right. That was all right. The hate. What's that? They're playing, asking for Sexy Red. I can't believe. You know what, young people? Actually, you know what? Surprising. Young people, right? Not looking them because I love them, but you know when they go on like music's new,
right?
Right. So they come up to me and goes, "Yo, we want some house music. Do you know about house music?" What the? I don't know.
What are you talking about?
It's like so. Hey. They gave me some house. They gave me some house tunes to play or like. And most of them I didn't know, but I was like, I said to go, you know, this music ain't new, yeah. You do know that house music's been around from the 80s,
90s,
from the 80s. Was that big guy? Yeah. But, yeah, house music. Everyone's in the house. I find it so boring.
Oh, bless. Oh, how are you, Nat?
Good. Sorry, I'm just there's the Safari thing's not working properly. But I'm trying to open it on the other one, but it's not allowing camera access on the other. It's just an idiot thing, blood. Because why not?
Okay. It's still, so you're still having trouble with StreamYard then, basically.
Yeah. It's like it allows it on some things, but
have you you know what you should do? What are you using?
MacBook.
So in my Mac, what I had to open up on Mac was Firefox. Firefox.
Oh, Firefox as an app.
So as another internet browser, use Fire. Don't use Safari or that. Don't use Chrome. Use Firefox or Chrome. You got Chrome on your laptop, and then
you can download Chrome
or Firefox, and then it'll work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this annoying?
Yeah, Safari is. When I tried it a couple of times, I'm sorry, it just wasn't having it properly. It's always some kind of issue. But yeah, once I load down the Firefox or the use of Firefox, it's been perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean.
Hi, Luna Chan. What are you doing? She asks. We're about to talk to you for a couple of hours, Lorna, if you stick with us. Or Luna. So yeah, Gary, you were saying over the weekend, I went to Basingstoke.
Yeah.
To fitness weekender called Fit and Funky to sell my Diva Choice stuff. It was an adventure to say the least. My mum and Charlene went over to Brighton. They had a family fun day in Brighton, so we split. First time we split, it's actually good. So yeah, we split. I went and done the Fit and Funky event on my own. Yeah, it was interesting. It was good. I met some really nice people, and glad that I did it on my own, if that makes sense. I'm glad that I went and done it on my own because I was a bit nervous about going and doing it for the whole weekend on my own, but it was actually really nice. So I now know that I can do more of that on my own. So yeah, looking forward to that. Then I had kind of put I wanted to show you something and see what you think, because I put a advert out on we're looking for a black owned accountant, and hang on, I put, all right, let me share my screen. Let me just show you like this before we go into the topic, and you tell me what you think this is actually about. So I said, hi, I'm looking for a black owned accountant. Any suggestions? So you can you see my screen, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. So you can see here someone put an angry face, right? So hang on. These were my comments. So all comments. These were the comments that I got of people suggesting different things. Trevor Pearson, thank you for your lovely message. He said he likes what we're doing when he inboxed me. He likes what we're doing, and any contacts we need, he'd be happy to share.
Oh,
which I thought was really
lovely.
sweet.
Thank you.
T Smooth said he's looking for a black owned accountant. Ngozi said she has an accountant that they've used, very reliable, very thorough. Lolly Oi Oi gave me one. Andre's asking, no, Andrew. So we've got quite a few. Hang on, I'm trying to find it. Here it is. So he says, how Noville. So do you not remember when I was talking about when they done that protest, and I showed a clip where they were saying F off back to Gaza and all this kind of stuff, yeah? And I said, but Britain's not racist. And then he came and was like, we're not racist. We just don't like Brits. And everyone ate him up on my page. So he comes back again. He says, you can't advertise for that. I'm disappointed with you. So I can't ask for a black-owned accountant, or it's going to cause disappointment. So he says he's disappointment. So I said, then we probably shouldn't be friends on here, as you will be disappointed a lot. So then he comes back and he says, how dare you? You're right, we shouldn't. But I support multicultural well-being, but obviously not with you. But I'm very sorry about that. I have many friends from different cultures in life, for which I'm truly grateful for. I support many children and single parents from many ethnic minorities, to which I spend about £10,000 a year. But correct, we can't be friends. Am I missing something?
I don't understand. What's him spending £10,000 on people got to do with the conversation you're having?
And our whole community is meant to thrive on £10,000 a year.
No, not even that. It's like, thank you for your contribution, but really, what's that got to do with looking for an accountant?
He's just basically got a problem with me asking for a black-owned accountant. So he's saying that I can't advertise for that there, and that he's got friends from different walks of life, and that he spends £10,000 across our community, helping out the community. I guess I'm like, all right, so let me start with this. Rewind back. So remember I'd done a course, I was doing an accelerator course, and I was telling you lot about it, and that I felt a little bit out of sorts because there was doctors in the room, everybody, like people who were making software, people who were like mimicking meta glasses for construction sites. It was just very like making software, and I thought you started, so you finish, yeah? And I sat and I gave a presentation. And in that presentation, we were pitching for some money, and I would have been able to do like a little health event with you guys. We could have just got up and done something for Black Excellence if we had won this, but we didn't win. I sat there in that presentation, and it was an all-male panel, and it was meant to be 2 males, 2 females, and the females dropped out, so they had to replace them with 2 men in the end. So then I sat there and I spoke about the fact that we still earn £10,000 less than our white counterparts a year. Natalie, you helped me to get this video together. So all of the points that we kind of picked out is what I said in the presentation. 0.2% of women get chosen for venture capital funding. Black businesses are funded out of our own pockets or through the generosity of friends and family. There's large disparities there. So I spoke about that in my pitch and in my presentation. Do you know, after doing that, these panel of 3 white men, 1 black man, decided that out of the 10 grants that was up to be won after giving the presentation, they decided to give the grant to 8 white males. So remember, there's 10 grants. So 8 of them have gone to white males, and 1's gone to 1 black male, and the last grant, so 9 went to males, and the last grant went to a woman who had 2 white male founders. So the exact disparity that we're speaking about, it fell on deaf ears, put it that way. So I feel like it's basically what you've been saying, Natalie, in terms of building our own table and not looking for any handouts. I mean, if we get a funding and it aligns, but from doing this course, what I learned from this is we're really going to need to look at how we can do things independently, because the government is only going to give you scrappings and that's about it. And there are these kind of barriers and disparities and systematic barriers that we're going to face. And like I said, out of 10 grants to be won, 9 of them went to men. 8 of them white males and 1 of them a female. So that's telling you right there that there's unconscious bias at the very least, right? So we now have to build our table. We have to circulate our pound within our community like everybody else does. Why do you think it causes such offence when we put up things about things being black owned? Because we've had this discussion about people saying that you're gonna, like, advice that I've got with Black Excellence CIC in separate conversations, people have said that you're gonna have to change the name because you're pigeonholing yourself. You're not gonna get doors opened because of the very name of which we stand for. What do you guys think?
You know, I've said before, most of these things are about people thinking things are being taken away from them. So opportunities are going to be taken away from people. Now, if you have, I mean, it's to give to say,
Evening, sugar.
to say that you have got issues with people requesting or saying I would like to work with a black business, that's not a problem for no one, other than unless you feel it's been taken away from you, something's been taken away from you and what you've got to offer. Now, if you're not, I mean, if you're not even, if the person was an accountant, I'd be like, okay, you know, you may want to. If the person was an accountant and was saying to you, Trisha, you know what? I'm sponsoring, I don't know, a black school in blah blah blah, and 20% of my money, my profits go towards this school. Then you'd be like, okay, you know what? I can see you got a point, but you're not saying that to me. You're not just coming. I know some black people, and I've given someone some £10,000 over whatever. It doesn't mean nothing. What's that got to do with the price of bread?
Absolutely nothing. And I'm like, well, you're right, because it does feel like maybe things are being taken away. But I'm like, there's a real fear of black people leveling up. And wanting to spend our money black. We're the biggest consumers out there. We keep afloat a lot of revenue spinning out there.
But isn't that the main? Isn't that one of the biggest issues that we're as a community, we are consumers. We're not makers and.
We're inventors.
But
Again, we are inventors. We are makers. We are geniuses.
I know we are, but we're not. We're seen as consumers.
I'm gonna log on again via Firefox. Yeah, it's just downloaded.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think, to be honest, you as a person, I'm not saying. I know we invent things, we create things. That's not what I'm saying. But we're seen as as you said, we buy a lot, we consume a lot of things, we set trends, we do this, so we're paying. I remember someone saying to me about the gold rush. The people who made all the money in the gold rush weren't the people looking for gold. It was the people who were supplying the forks, the shovels, and all the materials. Those are the people that made money. Because you hear me? The people looking for gold, maybe out of 1,000 of you, one of you found gold, but everyone has to have a shovel type thing.
Right, yeah.
And I think that's the issue, that we as a community, we haven't got things to get. As a DJ, one of my main annoyances is we have to go to other communities to find a club or a venue. Right. There's no venue. So at the end of the day, I put a dance on. I sell at the dance, and I have 500 people there. Right. And they've got the bar. I may get £10. I may get £5,000 and come out with £5,000 for the night. But the people, I paid the club owner £2,000 for the venue, and he's getting all the money that you're buying for drinks. So the money is coming out, and I think
we have got this is what Ian Bowman was saying about the club that we have got that is black owned or black run or black managed in Catford, and no one don't want to use it.
Don't know what it's from. I mean, see if people don't want to use it. What club is that?
It was Silks.
What they used it on Saturday?
Did they?
Yeah, for Legs' party.
Yeah, I think Legs is loyal to it, but there are a lot of people that don't really want to use it. From what Ian's saying, I don't really know.
Yeah. But is that because of where it is and all that kind of thing? Because I said before, back in the day when you had the Pier Ones, the Oases, you know what I mean? The Foraces, the Maxims and stuff, the Visions and stuff like that.
We used it.
We used them. So, I mean, what's that one? The one in South London, everyone used to go granaries and all that. We used them.
Right.
I mean, so all clubs, and now it's all banqueting suites, and there's no banqueting suites that have got our names on it. Yeah, you like that, don't you? You like Firefox.
Gary, sorry to interrupt. I just want to say this. I know who you remind me of now.
Who's that?
You're going to laugh.
Who's that? Go on.
Styles P.
What's Styles P?
You do remind me of him.
It doesn't.
Styles P.
You remind me of Styles P. You never heard that.
Will Smith, I've heard.
Will Smith?
Listen.
Tried it.
No, listen. I went Spain.
Can I get a picture up of Styles P? I'm not having
I went to Spain one year with an ex-girlfriend and was in Spain, and we paid bus fare to get on his bus. And this man come around looking for tickets. So I hand him I don't talk Spanish. So the man's talking in Spanish, and he's saying, I give him a ticket. He goes, no. He hit my hand. So I'm like, what hit my hand for? And he goes, you spiffy. I said, what? Then my partner at the time kind of, what are you doing? And he kind of pushed her away. Picture. I'm like, what? So I thought I was Will Smith.
If that's the epitome of you think all black people look the same, I don't know what to say.
That's the most racist thing I ever heard.
Spiffy. On a bus, riding a bus.
Oh, dear. All right, hang on. Let me share my screen.
Yeah, as I said, I mean, personally, I don't take those things.
I'll take a dead Styles P picture if you do find one.
Right.
You see my screen?
Yeah. Look, Gary there with the mic.
What, here?
That one. Yes, man.
They don't look like. No.
I don't know, man.
Do you know what? I tell you whom my oldest daughter's mum said I look like, and all her friends. Donnie McKirkland.
Who?
Donnie McKirkland.
Who that is?
The gospel singer, the gospel priest.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who that is. Could you imagine? We're such heathenists.
We don't know that.
Donnie.
Who knows? So, Natalie, what do you think about the man coming on my page telling me? But when I went to respond, he had blocked me because I was about to chew up his ass. But he had blocked me. So,
what do you think? I think.
I think you think F him. double fuck you.
Please, I'm so glad when the racist trash take themselves out. I always know you're racist when you tell me how many black people you know. That's when I know.
Right.
That you're a closet supremacist. Like, we don't care, number one. No one else makes apologies for doing things for their community. We're not walking around booting white people in the face. Move.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
are the biggest consumers, so we should be able to spend some of that money within our community.
Niggas.
So we should be able to spend some. And then it comes back when you said ninjas. I can't. We're gonna arrest you.
Like, we're just not apologizing. If you're offended, you're a supremacist because you think you need to reign supreme. We're not trying to overtake you. There's no race. Yeah, we are just trying to build ourselves up. Sorry that offends you, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
No explanation needed. And for the pigeonholing thing, yes, we are pigeonholing. That's the point of the organization. That's the very idea of what we're doing. It's a pigeonholize. It's not United Colours of Benetton excellence. Otherwise, do you know what I mean? Specifically, black excellence, and we need to stop being afraid to pigeonhole in that respect. For those who's meant, because who it's for, it's for. Who it's not for are the ones that won't. That are the ones that it will deter. Like, will be a deterrent for. It's not for you. If it's a deterrent for you, it's not for you. If you're going to give me an opportunity, but you won't give me the opportunity if you know the full blackness of it, then go on. Bye.
Don't want the opportunity.
We will continue to create our own opportunities. We make no apologies for pigeonholing and creating a whole lane and section where we help ourselves. I'm sorry, no one else is coming to do it. And if you're only going to come and help us if we whitewash it, then you can fuck off and you can keep it, and we will continue to do it ourselves.
Straight. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. We don't think you look. I don't think you look like Styles P. Gary. I don't think you look like Styles P. I don't know what Natalie's talking about.
But I saw him do a podcast the other day, and I was like, Gary. He was talking, and as he was talking, I was like, Gary. His whole mouth, he looked like Gary. Yeah,
not to me. When you do the Black Excellence stuff on Instagram and that, do you get that kind of? Because I find when I manage the Facebook posts, I get a lot of it on Facebook. Like, no. But do you get that on Insta?
No, not at all. Okay. Because the algorithm takes it straight to who it needs to go to. So we get more applause than anyone else. Whereas Facebook algorithms all over the place. But this one, it targets them, who it's meant to target.
Right.
If anyone did come off, I think people have come on our page when we first started, And I was like, bye. But that was very much so, it was a Thames Mead lot.
Yes. Yeah.
Not for you anyway. I
Found
don't care. Go and
found
be a
it very
therapist. No,
interesting.
go to your therapist. Sort it out. It's not for me to deal with. Your offense to Black empowerment is not my issue to deal with. So go and talk to the wall about
There's
that.
something about it. Yeah.
I don't care.
All right. Let me share my screen. Good evening to all of you that are watching. A lot of people are watching on YouTube, so I can't see who it is. But for those of you that are with us, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. So, good evening to Davina. Good evening to Rosemary Gabidian, Luna Chan, and whoever else is watching. Let's have a look. So, this was an inbox received by Gary, who shared it to us. Yeah. So, what do you think? Let me share my screen and read it.
So what? They're Deirdre and Gary.
Yeah. They did Deirdre and Gary as well, boy, but it must be the mind. All right, this is an inbox we received. Take a look, everyone, and let me know what you would do. I know for me, I would not be doing any of the activities. They may not even see me at the wedding because I'm ignorant like that. But let me know what you think and be massive. So that was my little note. Anyway, this is a scenario. I agreed to be bridesmaid for my good friend. Her sister is Maid of Honour, of course, aka CEO of the hen do and the princess of the wedding. Her first genius idea was a 1,700 per person hen in Europe that screamed vacation, not bridal bonding. Everyone's jaw hit the floor, so she downgrades the plan to fly 6 hours away. No discussion, just boom. We're going international, girls. I said I was good for any dates except early July, as I had a holiday booked. She said no problem. We're thinking March. Fast forward a week, she drops hotel links and dates that overlap exactly with my July trip. When I asked if the dates were flexible, I got a firm no, just like I'd asked to move the actual wedding. Then, oh, hang on. Then we find out the luxury villa she booked has 4 double beds for 10 people. So, yeah, we're sharing beds with people we've only met on WhatsApp. Who's spooning who? Blood. I'm not going. I'm telling you that free. I haven't even read the whole thing. I'm just not going. Um, the trip's over £800 before spending money. And get this, we bridesmaids are also covering the bride's chair. So realistically, it's 2K for 4 days of jet lagged small talk and potential bed sharing with my new WhatsApp family who I haven't met. It's not even about the money at this point, it's principle. It feels like we've been invited just to split the invoice. So here's what I want to ask. What's a reasonable price for a hen do before it becomes a destination wedding side trip? If you already have plans, are you allowed to say nah, even if you and the bride are really close and you are bridesmaids? And would it be okay for half of the bridesmaids to book another hotel? We asked what happens if half of the bridesmaids just book another hotel. Oh, and the maid of honor, she ghosted the group chat, which honestly might be the best decision she's made so far.
I've organised about 3 hen days.
Right.
And you're dealing with so many different people that you don't even know a lot as well. I just think you can't please everyone, so there's knowing that, but you've got to be realistic about what not everyone is swimming in the same pond of money.
Yeah, no one's
You've got to be sensitive, and I feel like what I did for the last few was there were options, so we did 2. So you either came to both or you picked the one. So there was a vacation one, where you go away for the weekend, and then there was the party one, where you come to the day party and the brunch and you thingy, and it gives people the option so they don't feel like they're missing out either way. And I think that's the best way to do it. If you want to do that, if the bride really wants to go away, then
sorry. Just say what was left out. The bride does. It's a surprise. The bride doesn't know anything about it.
Oh.
The bride doesn't know anything. It's just all
This is
organised.
just all the sister.
It's all the sister. So got nothing to do with the bride. The bride don't know.
In an ideal world, we'll all go on vacation. We'll all do like a massive honey thingy, and spoil the bride. But that's not how everything's set up for people these days. And I just think you have to be realistic. You have to take into consideration, and you really have to have those conversations in the WhatsApp group. You can't just say, right, this is what I'm doing. You say, this is what I'm thinking. And you always say, it's what I always do. If you guys got any ideas, just throw them in here. It's what you do. Do you know what I mean?
From what people are saying, is that people have been throwing things in the group, but my girl just back. From what I don't know the person, but the chest is really high. The chest is really high. So really, truly, all it is we're going on this holiday. This is what my sister would like. I know what my sister like. It's going to be bougie. It's going to be good, and everyone's going to be. But my thing is, the first thing I was thinking about, the money is obviously an issue, but why would you hire a hotel with 4 beds and there's 10 of you in there?
If you want 10 people to come.
Yeah, you're going mad. You're going mad.
What kind of foolishness? Do you know what? At weddings and funerals, yeah, there's always one idiot that just pipes up and does foolishness. And I honestly think it's because they want some of the attention on them, or they feel a little bit, they're happy, but I think there's like an underlying jealousy, so they create drama around weddings and funerals. I just don't get why people do that. All I know is I wouldn't be going. I probably would pay money towards the bride going. I'm not going, especially if I told you these are the dates I'm not available, and then you go and do it on the dates that I'm not available, then you don't want me to come.
Yeah. It's like I said, it is hard to please him. It is, because sometimes you will get everything, and you'll get those odd people that will still moan. But as long as you know that you've got to be reasonable. You've got to be. If you're reasonable,
I moaned at one of your ones, one of your Hindus, because there was no food. Remember, I was horrified when I realised it was waffles.
Yeah, yeah.
But we had such a great time. I just thought that there should be some chicken with these waffles. I was like, it's just Prosecco and waffles. That's it.
Yeah, it's going to be some big brunch. Yeah, some big like stack of waffles. Like some big American. When you see the waffles that they gave, they were cheeky. But it was a really good party. Like everyone was super drunk and were dancing. There was not one person sitting down. We were all over the place. It was ours, isn't it? The whole
yeah. We had a great time, but that's the only thing that I moaned about was, where's the food? Like, we've got to drink all this Prosecco and there's no real food. Like, that was my main complaint. Like, give me a little chicken thing with the waffle now. But other than that, but I don't know. Would you? So, because I don't know, I wouldn't go.
Yeah, and it will
always. No, but you can't. You say you can't go, right? But if it's like your bona fide brethren, like not even you're just something like you're at the end of the day, she's invited you to be your bridesmaid, so you're gonna be close to her, yeah. So there's got to be like,
I'm gonna be at the wedding, maybe at this point. So you're lucky.
But sometimes it gets so bad with one of the maids of honour that no one knows, that you end up having to speak to the bride quietly.
Right.
So when it is going pear-shaped and it like look crazy, you might have to whisper a little something. You don't want to stress them out, but as the last resort, just so they don't think, well, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to give some context.
I mean, do you think that if someone asks you to be a bridesmaid, that they should pay for your dress? Should the expense be on the people who are getting married?
My daughter, I was chatting to my oldest daughter today, and she told me she's a bridesmaid, and she said, "Oh, she's got to buy a dress," and which I didn't know girls did this, and she said to me, "Oh, because I'm buying the dress, all it is you've got to buy a certain color, but everyone else, you buy a certain color, but it can be any dress as long as it's the same color. So everyone's got to say like a blue, everyone has to wear blue." All about, but you can have any different style. That's how they do it nowadays, dads. And I said, so you can look mismatch. And she said, no, that's how it is. You go. So I go, you can have some people in long frocks, some people in little batty rider dresses. Like, oh my god. She goes, no, that's not a bridesmaid dress. It's got to be long and to the floor. I'm like, I don't know. For me, give people options. Someone's gonna come out with batty cheeks sticking at the back.
Of course, some good-looking man at wedding, isn't it? Looking attention at wedding. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's reasonable to. If I want you to be my bridesmaid, I think that's probably you go and buy a dress that you like that fits your budget. Fair enough. I think that's fair enough. But I think if you've got a particular way that you want the wedding to look, you've got a particular way that you want your bridesmaids to look, and it has to be in a certain price bracket, then you better carry that bill.
Yeah, but someone just texted me and said, yes, Trisha, the brides and groom should pay for it. Speaking from my own experience, bridal party didn't pay a penny. So when they got married, they said the bridal party didn't pay a penny. But some people can't. Some people got big chests. Like one of my brethren got married. He had 10 groomsmen and 10 bridesmaids. No, 12 bridesmaids, 12 groomsmen. So 24 people in the wedding party, not including him and his wife. That's a whole heap of people to buy clothes for.
Well, this is my point. Why has there got to be a whole bag of people galloping behind you? Like, I don't understand. No, like 24 people. What the hell for? Especially at our age. Like, I haven't even got 24 family members that I would want behind me in the wedding. Like, no, there's be a couple of friends, and that's it. I don't know. I think as I've gotten older, when I was younger, I used to always think that I wanted a big wedding, and I wanted this, and I wanted that, and I wanted this, and I wanted that. Now, I want condos and houses and an escape plan out of Britain that I can go and retire with an umbrella and a drink somewhere. So spending. Gary's laughing at me, but it's true.
No. Someone just texted said. Someone else texted me and said, "Damn, that's 2 football teams."
What the hell? Right. 2 football teams behind you in the church. What the hell for? Not at this age. I'm not spending 50,000, 60,000 on a wedding one day. I'm not doing it. I'm not expecting people to. I like a nice little girls getaway, and then when we done Charlene's birthday the other day, the Aquasana spa, it was nice. It was luxury. It didn't cost 1,700 quid. You could do something really nice that is reasonably priced, and that's not gonna stretch everybody. But I mean, for me personally, if I said don't do it on these days because I'm going to be away, and you decide that you're going to do it on these days, I'm not going. And any more foolishness, there's the likelihood of me going to the wedding is slim to piss me off. You don't know what I'm like. Don't annoy me.
What's that song, Natalie? Don't piss me off.
Yeah, I said that shit. Don't piss me off. She said, "Don't fuck about."
No. Good evening, Fidel. Good evening, Tazzy Taz.
Hey.
Good.
Hey, Taz.
Good.
Hey,
Someone's asking, do we like mashed potatoes with worms for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, give me 2 plates.
Yeah, do you like it? Tell us what it's like. Stupidness. You come on YouTube to type foolishness. I don't get it. But yeah, what did I?
They're probably about 4.
The person's 4.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Do you like worms and mashed potatoes? Yeah, why not? um, okay. So let's look at the comments. What No Bravado Massive said. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. If there hasn't been, Laroon Forrester said, if there hasn't been an amicable discussion where everyone is in agreement, I'd say no. Seems like it's more about the maid of honor. And I think that happens at weddings, that the maid of honor just turns into like even more of a bridezilla than the bride. What do you think that's about?
Because they're chief person, because they're like, I'm the main person. It's the bride and it's me next. That's in it.
Yeah, I said, yeah, so I said, you're right. Weddings and funerals, there's always one person that just brings drama and mix up so attention can be on them. Usually they're a little put out is what I should have said. That there's a person close to them getting married, so they act up.
Yeah.
I
think
think
it's a power trip as well. Everyone wants to be like the center of attention. Does that make sense?
Everyone wants to be the main character of the wedding, innit?
Closest to them. If someone's getting married, I'm the closest to them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm the main character.
Yeah.
Outside the word, I'm the main character. I mean, it's more about me than the mother of the bride.
Yeah, it weddings really bring out some strange emotions in people. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Davina said, Trish, I think you've gotten to know me a little to know what I think. So I said, I don't know. At first I thought she would not go, because that's what I did think, like Davina wouldn't go to that. But at the same time, you're ride or die for your peeps, so would want to be there for your close friends. So actually not sure. What would you do out of interest? So Davina said, I don't tolerate being taken for Pappy's show. So although I'm a ride or die, I have my boundaries and limitations. It wasn't the bride that arranged it, as is probably unaware of the arrangements and costs involved as such. I would expect her to understand when I speak to her and explain why I won't be in attendance. And if she don't understand, then I guess I'll be one friend down. But in my circle, I don't associate, much less have friends who are inconsiderate and don't have compassion, empathy, and understanding. So this really wouldn't be an issue. I said, if you decided that you were not going and they asked you to contribute towards the bride's fare, would you do that? Davina said, it's dependent on how much that share is. Me not going wouldn't mean I wouldn't want my good friend to go and have a great time on her hen. It states over 800. I'm rounding it up to 800, between 8 and 9, I guess, which works out to be just under £89. That's doable. So yeah, you can. I get that. So you could chuck £100 if all of you are splitting it for the bride to go. Of course, that's doable. And yes, I would probably for my good friend. But if the sister come try and tell me any extras, etc., I ain't paying shite. Full stop. I would happily pay and go if it was the actual wedding. I did so last year, and that cost just under 2k to JA, but not the hen. Sorry, I agree. Like the wedding, yeah, but not the hen. I must spend all of this money for.
Yeah,
I'd rather contribute to your stamp duty for your yard. Like, sorry, all this high chest foolishness has to stop, especially if we ain't got ownership. I'm not saying that these people don't, because I don't know them, but I'm just saying in general, all of this sort of highballing, if it's not like long money, it just needs to stop. I would happily pay not to the head. I'm not gonna lie, because of how the sisters acting, I'm ashamed to say part of my response is coming from a petty place. All I'm thinking is, who the F are you? In this dynamic setup, I doubt me and the sister would get on in general, to be honest. Dion said, laughing out loud, I'm not going, simple.
straight.
Not going straight. I'll speak privately with the bride, apologize and let her know that the dates clashed with a prior engagement. I said, would you pay towards the bride's fare? Yeah. I think I would, as I'm not going. And to be honest, the whole setup sounds funky. I don't like the unagreed, undiscussed financial expectations placed on bridesmaid, and that's the point. That's exactly the point I'm trying to make. If you want me to be a part of your wedding party, I don't think it's fair. See, I'm trying to choose my words carefully because what if I get married and we want people to? But I will try to be. I will try to be reasonable with it. So if you've got to buy your own dress, this is the color theme. So if it's Tiffany green, it's Tiffany green. Go out and get a Tiffany green dress to fit your budget. But to have expectations for people to spend like 2K on the head night before we've even got to the wedding, I think is wild.
One time, one of my friends was getting married, and they I can't remember the theme. I was a groomsman. I can't remember the theme of the I think it was like a bright green, or it was either a white suit or green suit. I can't remember which one it was. It's upstairs. You go and look, and it was a bit of money for it, and you have to buy a suit. And I was like, why am I buying? If it's a suit, if it was a black nice suit, I'd have bought it so I could wear it anytime. I'm not wearing this thing ever again. Like literally, at least the dress you can wear it again. I'm not wearing it again.
And it's big money.
Yeah, waste of money.
Nick said, I wouldn't be asking those questions. I'm just not going. The general consensus is blood. I'm not going.
Yeah.
Forget it. Charlene, the remix queen, said, friendship done. Fino, la fin. Finito, la fin. £1,700 for a bridal trip and 2 in a bed. The maths just ain't mathsing. 4 double beds and 10 guests means 2 on the floor or couch. No friendship worth that much, you know. The saying, people come and people go. Girl, bye. So the bride's not. You're not going to be the bride's friend anymore either. It's the sister. It's not really the bride. But she's like, do you know what? People come, people go. Bye. Yeah. You and your sister can piddle off.
That's cold.
I love this group.
So the girl just texted me. She said, and there's activities too. Brunch, there are spa, there, etc. Not that it's all about the cost, but we're not even splitting it. We're not all splitting. Only some of them are splitting. It's not everybody. It's only, say out of the 8, maybe 3 or 4 of them are splitting.
No,
who has that right now? Just to be thrown around
in these cost of living times. Nope, not doing it. If you're watching, my friend, go on your holiday that you had already pre-booked and sip a cocktail and mind your business and leave, because it's going to be some kind of mix-up and tear up because like this same Maid of Honour is going to just be a fool out there as well. I wouldn't want to go on holiday. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go on holiday with this person. Sonia Williams said, Maid of Honour needs to scale down her purse size. I'm not sharing a room, let alone a bed with strangers I don't know. Where are you meant to get dressed and lay out your clothes? I need space, just saying.
Need space, you know.
Hang on, let me stop sharing. Let me find it back because it's just come off of it for no reason. Why is that? Hang on. Let me find it back.
Do you know I've never shared a room with we're going away and shared a room with anybody other than my girlfriend or partner. I've never done it.
Right.
Whenever I go away, I'll have my own room. Always, never. Don't matter, I go, I just book. I don't do that whole, even when I DJ and I go places, international, I always book my own room or tell them that they need to book my own room. Or, like, I did a wedding in Italy and me and the photographer were going to share. And I said, no, it's cool. I paid for a villa down the road. I don't know you, brother. I could be a killer in the night and then shoot me money.
Yeah.
I don't know you.
Yeah. Very good.
I got in it. So I'm single person supplement all the time.
Fair enough. Because holidays can make or break friendships, you know. There's only certain people you can really travel with. Let alone sharing room with people I don't know. It's crazy. It just wouldn't even be a debate because count me out.
Yeah.
Natty said there's no single official number, but there are sanity levels. Being a bridesmaid is not legally binding direct debit. You told them early July was the one time you weren't free. They booked exactly then and then said the dates aren't flexible. That's on them, not you. You're not obligated to share a double bed with a stranger, sleep badly for 4 nights, pretend it's all fine because it's for the bride. Blood.
You're
No.
going crazy with
Everyone said, get the fuck out of here. That's what everyone's using the same gift. Like, get out. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm dressed
Bye, Felicia.
Yes.
Bye, Felicia. Get out of it. Joyce Brand said, as soon as the group message went out before things started being booked, I'd raise it that due to expense, this is something that we will have to all discuss, as I bet everyone in the group chat is thinking the same thing. So I'd be suggesting the scales all the way back. But oh well, she's booked it. And while I'm already away in July, so saves me another headache, I think you've done me a favour. And now I don't have to be involved in this foolishness, says Joycelyn Brown.
Yeah, it's true. I hear that.
Tazzy said, I will not be going. See, if you're watching, my friend, nobody's going. Nobody's going. Nobody is going.
The sister's ruining it for her, man.
Yeah, which is something else that needs to be looked at.
Yeah.
I will not be going if I'd already had my holiday plans. We learn that in life, says Tazzy Taz. If I do not have plans, I ain't paying that amount for me that isn't going to give me joy for my money. I ain't paying for no one else either. Some people would have you out here on these streets with these types of demands. Imagine she break up with him. Furthermore, she argue and stop talking to you. Then what? Play smart, not dumb. Cleopatra Simpson, who's just joined us online as well, said, I'm not going. I've got a headache just reading it.
Yeah.
Right? It's totally unreasonable. Tell her to take her sister away on her own so they can bond and work out something more feasible. Eli said, this is hilarious. And that was it. That's all they had to say. But the general consensus was,
I'm not changing my holiday. I told you from what I'm not changing it.
So do you think the sister just didn't want her to go?
It's not that she's like, well, this is the best day, and she just didn't care.
I don't think she. I think she didn't. Just didn't care.
I think she
like,
just thought, well, this is the date. She said she
this is the
go,
cheapest time.
Who can go, who can't. You know, when that happens, people get ignorant like that.
Right.
And
that's great, but I will not be moving my holiday.
The other thing they was talking about was flying. So they had the choice, for example, of going. I'll make it so I don't want to make it obvious. Flying with Jet 2 or flying with Emirates, and they decided to fly with Jet 2.
Right.
What?
They're going to like the Middle East, and they're flying with like a not a great. It'd be like flying with American Airlines.
What are they paying £2,000 for?
No, it's £800. The first trip they were planning to go away was 1,700, but people were like, "Don't take the piss." So she rearranged it, and now they're going somewhere in the Middle East, and it's £800.
Oh, it's £800.
£800 plus everything else like the spa and all that stuff.
Plus activities.
Yeah, activities.
And they're flying with a rinky-dink airline.
You're going mad. You're going to go all the way to the Emirates in a convertible plane. Yeah. To save money when you could have done something here because your chest is high. When I go on holiday, the reason why I'm not on holiday every week is because there's a few things I don't skimp on. The plane and the hotel. So if I'm going abroad, I'm not doing it unless I can do it in that manner.
Yeah.
Don't go and make everyone spend $2,000 and you're on a Jet 2 holiday where you get half a seat.
It's not a Jet 2 holiday, but I just use that as an example.
Equivalent.
No, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you Imagine going all the way to fucking Abu Dhabi in Ryanair.
But no, like I said, so if for me, right? For me, if I'm going Emirates, let's say back to Emirates, I'm not flying British Airways. I'm flying with Emirates or Qatar, whatever, because there are levels to the game. Like, if Virgin flew to Emirates, I will still go with Emirates because I've been on Emirates a couple times and I've been really impressed. The planes are crisp. The A380 is huge.
Yeah.
Love what? It's a plane. There's space.
Etihad.
Etihad. Them planes there you're going with them, and then people know how to treat you.
Right.
I'm not going British Airways, American Airways, Jet2, right? I'm not flying to them places there. I'm going with one of their carriers because decent.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go on the A380s, the double decker planes, it's even the economies like this, Trisha. You know what I mean? Wicked.
I feel like sometimes as well, because it's a wedding, you just think there's no boundaries. Like everyone has to, thingy it, bow down to it because it's a wedding. There you say no, you look like the bad person. I physically can't do that. I physically can't do that, and I have a life to live after you two are married in the sunset. Yeah, I still got to live after that.
Yeah, and it's not even the bride. That's the thing. It's the sister trying to make it all about her and bringing bad vibes, really, because it's just unreasonable. And if this person is a nice person and, probably chose her bridesmaids for a reason, like, you're not going to want to have your bridesmaids under that kind of pressure. You'd want them to do something nice for you, don't get me wrong. A little Airbnb with a hot tub and a little strip hole so we can have a laugh and 2 cocktail games. You understand? But why we got to spend $2,000 before the actual wedding? Makes no sense.
To go on holiday with people you don't know.
And to be sleeping in a bed with people you don't know. The sisters do lally. She's ruining her sister's wedding, and she needs to fix up. That's my opinion.
Does the girl go and tell us that her brethren say, "Look, your sister's taking a piss"?
I mean, I wouldn't want to, but I would have to give context behind why you ain't gonna see me, especially if we're that tight. You might think, do you know what I mean? There has to be context. Your sister's not gonna run back and say, "Well, she ain't coming. She ain't." Do you know what I mean? No. Like, I will have to but I won't make it a mix-up thing. I'll just explain it, and if the sister thinks it's unreasonable or reasonable, that's on her.
Right.
That's on the bride to decide whether she thinks that's unreasonable or not. But I will be explaining why I can't make it. I'll tell you that for free.
Rosemary said, if you're meaning the bride and the groom can't afford a huge wedding, don't have one. I'm not attending, kiss my teeth. So yeah, the general consensus, my love, is we're not going. We're not going. I'd like to think, I think now if I got married, there'd be a couple of us on the beach and that's it. It ain't gonna be, the hen night will be the wedding destination. The wedding destination will be, do you know what I mean? The honeymoon destination. We just go find a nice beach, couple of my closest friends, a DJ, and good food, and come back and just duke it out and dance it out and have fun. And that's it. But too much pressure. I think it's unreasonable. Don't ask me to be your bridesmaid if I've got to do a whole bag of.
But I suppose, as you said before, she don't know. The bride doesn't know. So really, it's all about them. I mean, I put someone in charge. But this is what I say to people.
You must know your sister, though.
Yeah, but your sister's got high chest, and she's going to do a good job for you. That's what you're thinking, isn't it? And you're thinking all your friends that are going to go are all living like that. So you know what? With a certain level we all can attain, so we're going to do something really extravagant, something brilliant. But I mean, I'm sure the system would be happy with a like you said, an Airbnb with a hot tub somewhere.
They've got some really luscious ones, some really nice ones. So get a real nice one, decorate it, make the activities fun, hire in some stuff, get a chef, make it nice.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be like Because if you think about it, if
It's
there's
a
10
hen
of them,
night. It's just a thing to say you're getting married. You ain't gonna have no more dicky anymore. That's it. That's what it's for.
well, hopefully you'll be getting it from your husband.
Yeah, one more
But-
dicky. That's it. Daddy's like,
800 a piece, right? 800 a
Mm.
piece
That's 8 grand.
is what? It's 8
8
grand,
grand.
right?
8 grand.
You can have a really extravagant weekend hen night for a lot less than that
Mm.
here in the UK, right?
Mm.
And blow it out of the water. Or it doesn't have to be 8 grand. I think it's stupid. I've got no time. So yeah, don't go. Don't feel no way. Sip your colada on the beach wherever it is you plan to go, my friend.
Mm.
Don't feel no way. We're not going. All right. Next topic. What we got? I wanted to discuss this. It's quite an old topic, but I wanted to discuss it, but we ran out of time. But I want to discuss it anyway because I really want to hear. I'm trying not to be judgmental,
Mm.
not to be a judgmental person, and just be like to each their own. But I found myself judging and wondering why someone would do this. Go on.
Before, you know what? I do a lot. I deliver a lot of training, and one thing I always say to people at training, right? A lot of people do training and they'll say, "Oh, we got to work non-judgmentally." I say to people, that's the biggest load of rubbish ever. Yeah,
Right.
everybody judges people. I don't
Prejudges, didn't they?
Everybody. So if you've got I don't know, a 72-year-old man that's going to sex clubs every weekend, just saying you're a dirty bungle, yeah, that's like behave yourself, yeah, and you're sleeping with 25-year-old girls, you're thinking this thing. And then what the skill is to not make your judgment impact on how you work with people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah?
Right.
So
yeah.
Yes, I may think to myself, what you're doing is a bit off, but you know what? It doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the same treatment as I give everyone else. That's the thing. At the end of the day, we've all got judgments, and we should be making judgments. So when you say yes, judge the thing, yes, away, but as long as you're not treating the person differently, judge away.
I hear you, but this is an old topic, so you've probably heard of it before, but I just wanted to get the opportunity to pick your brain and to see if I'm being unreasonable. So Philly rapper Rocky says that she decided to undergo an abortion at 5 months pregnant after she found out that the baby's father was a rat. I ain't want nobody to be like my baby a mouse and his dad is a rat. She said that she discovered his status as a police informant after people knew from her neighborhood came and told her about it. Question for the group. Can anyone here understand what she is talking about or where she's coming from? Can anyone here understand where she's coming from?
Would I? The problem with that is, and I'm not saying she did the right thing or wrong thing. What I'm saying is, depending what her reason is, but my reason would be if that was me and I was a female, would people start coming for me because you've done whatever you've done?
That's
and
the only thing.
Yeah, like really truly. So now I say, right, you know what? He's got a kid with that girl. Let me go and get the kid and the woman. Let me get the woman. You know what I mean? So I think that's the only that for me, from that perspective, that's where I'll be coming from. Not because of I don't want to have it up. That's what I'll be thinking in my mind. Like, is this person going to come from? Am I going to be the person that they're going to take the thing out because this person's gone away? Yeah,
that makes sense.
That makes sense. Everything else,
100%.
The way she articulates just sounds uneducated and stupid. She articulated it like an inbred.
Like, just calling people inbred. This is like, that is calling people inbred.
That blood. Oh, shut up! Like, it just. Oh, please. Like, do what you want. It's your body. Yeah. Do what you want. With regards to abortion, I don't judge, but screaming about it like that and talking about it like that, it's just tasteless a bit.
But I think where I was coming from on that one was like, if abortion's abortion, and like you said, I don't judge. You know what I mean? You can have an abortion. You can have an abortion. I don't think it should be used as contraception. I think there's only room for one or two of them. There shouldn't be a string of them. Contraception is contraception. Abortion is not contraception. I do have my thoughts around that, but I don't judge people who have had abortions. But what bothered me is that 5 months, ain't the baby fully, like a fetus and a baby is two different things, isn't it?
Legally, you can have a termination up to 20 weeks in the UK, to 21 weeks in the UK. That'd be 5 months.
Yeah. I thought to myself, Davina said, I love the way Natalie expresses herself. You really do have a way with words. And so I so approve. But I was just like, to kill a fetus at 5 months because of what people might say just was wild to me. But some people was like, well, it is what it is. Let's see what our crew said, and then you tell me what you guys think. But I love what you said, Gary. If it's that, if she felt having the baby was going to put her in danger, but it didn't sound like
baby.
That.
Yeah. If you think that it would put you in danger having association with that man, let alone having his baby, cool. But if you're on like,
he's a grass, so I'm not talking to him.
Yeah, he's a grass. You know, like them people that are like, free my nigga that actually did what he's inside for. If you're on that, then I just think, shut up, man.
Free R. Kelly.
Yeah, like, you know when sometimes people say free this one and you look at the picture and you think, don't free them. Keep them for as long as possible.
Right. Yeah. I said, this is interesting. I think to abort at 5 months is a lot, especially as it's based on other people's opinions. I think women should have the right to abort a pregnancy if they deem it fit for them. But she was having the baby, hence carrying it for as long as she did. Therefore, to abort at such a late stage is harsh. I think she's displaying the same qualities as her baby daddy, just displayed differently. Nick said, it's not something I would do, but it's her choice and something she will have to live with. If she did it legally, then no crime has been committed and we can not expect our morals to be everyone else's. And I was like, yeah, I hear you, I agree. But I still felt, I was still looking at her sideways because it was like, you was having the baby up until the last point. Like, what, because someone said something, now you're aborting the baby? Like,
I just wonder if that's something because she was going to keep it as well, if that's something you'll regret.
Yeah, that's going to kill your conscience at some point. Diane Hawkins said, I don't see why the baby had to suffer in this about aborting a baby at 5 months. She killed the child. It had a heartbeat. It was fully near-born baby. She would have to live with that for the rest of her life. Absolutely. Carl Perkins said, when the aliens invade, take this girl first. Ty Andrews said, her body, her choice, our opinions are irrelevant. But I mean, she put it out there for our opinions, right? So, yeah. Natty said, but when a pregnancy reaches several months, it's no longer just about one body, it's about another life that's forming, one that both male and female created. Ty said, I disagree. It's her body and it's her choice. Whatever I think will make no difference to her situation. But some people miss the idea of concept of debate.
Anymore. No, but as I said, it's like if you're talking about pregnancies, I'm sure it's up to just under 6 months that you can terminate. So yes,
Don't you think that's harsh? Like, because it's legal, don't mean it's not harsh. Don't you think that's harsh?
So that's a surgical termination, and if you have a medical, up to 9 to 14 weeks, I think 9 weeks is it, with a medical with tablets, and up to 20. Sure, it's 21, 23 plus 6. 23 weeks plus 6 days is a legal limit. So that's about 6 months, isn't it? That's at 6 months. Just under, just under 6 months.
So Diane says to Ty, so it's okay to murder a baby at 5 months. Ty's savage, so he's going to say yes. If that was the case, she'd be charged with murder.
Well, have you seen? Well, you wouldn't have seen it because you watched that ratchet ass shit, right? But Jocelyn, you remember Jocelyn from Married?
I remember Jocelyn,
Love and Hip Hop. She's got her own show on this really ratchet network called Jocelyn's Cabaret, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, she had all these girls that are auditioning and that stay in the house with her for weeks to be like her cabaret girls, right? But they're ratchet as well. So one girl was crying. They were all having a big group conversation, and Justin's like, "Come here. Why are you crying?" She's like, "I'm sorry. It's just that because I had to abort my baby." She's like, "You had an abortion?" She's like, "Yeah, literally just a week ago or something like that." So she's like, "Oh my gosh." She's like, "Twins." So then the girl behind her goes, "Damn, double homicide." Insensitive as fuck. She was like, "Damn, double homicide." Like she couldn't believe it.
You know, we don't let you see the.
What the fuck? Turned around and was like, "Bruh."
We don't let you see that. So when we do, obviously do terminations in my office or my organisation, so we don't, when we're scanning, because you got to have a scan before you have the termination, and we turn the screen away. So even if you ask to see it, we won't let you see it.
That's good.
If it's a twins or anything, it won't tell you.
Will you tell them if it's a twin if they thought it was one?
See, some people say if it's one term, because I remember this happened one time years ago that one person said. When she found out it was twins, she said that she wasn't having a termination because it's twins, which didn't really make a difference. Well, to me at the time, I thought it is what it is, and it's exactly the same. It's not that you got to do something twice. It's the same thing you do once. You know what I mean? It's like, does it make a difference? It doesn't make a difference. It's the same. It's the same process. You're not doing the process 2 times. You're doing it once.
So it's just the one sucking.
Vacuum. No, because them times it's medical. So it's medical. So all it is a tablet.
Right. That will fit. Kev B says the baby stuff is going to beat her bad. That's your friend, Natalie.
Okay.
I'm sick of him.
I swear, I don't see Kev B on the weeks that you're not here. It's like he checks in, and if you're not here, he goes, and if you're here, he stays just to say things to get up at you. I swear, that's what it seems like to me. Oh dear.
The double homicide is a wild, bro.
Yeah, damn, double homicide. So how she killed a full-grown baby as a woman? We all know the time frame, and she's allowed to do it that late. Then she's a murderer, and so the state that lets the woman do this, says Tammy Moore. Ty Andrews is not having it. He's saying it's her body, man, so everybody needs to get over it. He said, Tammy Moore, you don't have to like her decision, but the point still remains. It's her body and her choice. The outrage won't change a thing. So Tammy says, Ty, no, it's not about decisions. No, it's not about decisions. It's about how much the baby has grown. That full-blown baby she killed, full stop. It should be the first 3 months. Otherwise, she killed it. But I suppose the first 3 months, it's still forming. It's still life form, isn't it? So it doesn't matter. But to me, I was like, raw, 5 months. Ooh.
Doesn't
Do
make a
you know what I
difference.
mean? It's not a fetus anymore. Also, a system that promotes late abortion is also to blame for this. The reason her choice is absolute BS, and she should have opened her legs, and it wouldn't have happened in the first place. She's atrocious. Full stop. You're a man and wouldn't know one thing about growing a child in your body. Kiss my teeth.
It's like, so I hate when people say things like that.
It's totally about her choice, regardless of yours or anyone else's opinion. Otherwise, she would have asked. It's so funny. It's so funny in this group. I swear to God. And because like last week, someone was saying to you, Gary, that you think our group just goes along with the majority, and I was like, nah. They need to spend time in the group. They are rude and rank, and they chew each other up. It's hilarious. Tazzy Taz said, if every woman thought like that, the world would probably run low on humans. Every woman, man has flaws. You could be 3 kids later and then see his flaws. Then what? Put those kids back where they come from. You can't. Kwame said she's always struck me as special needs. Tammy Moore said this can't be true because it's not legal and too late. So why people have swinging this narrative is beyond wild. But then Natty came in and educated us and said it's up to 6 months in some parts of the US.
In England as well.
And up to 6 months, it's too late, man.
It's not 6. It's 23 weeks and 6 days. It's just under 6.
Which is what?
Just under 6 months.
Just under. That's a lot, man.
Because you've got 4 weeks. Say 4 weeks in a month, innit? Say.
Oh, that'd be even longer. Unfortunately, there's some states that do full-term abortion.
Not in America.
In some states, apparently.
No,
but
definitely not. Definitely not. I guarantee you that. I definitely know that's not the case. America's got stricter termination rules than the UK's got.
They do have
way stricter.
Yeah, they've banned it in some states anyway.
And Trump don't play like he took or reversed all it. So it's a criminal offence in some states now to have a termination at any stage. At any stage.
Yeah. Sonia said, shouldn't she do her research on a man before sleeping with the rat? Would have saved her a lot of money and emotional stress aborting a human. Yankee said, these people in Philly are different. Enough of them don't make it make sense. He's in Philly as we speak. She's an idiot. She's showing how stupidity has impacted our youth the evil way. If this is true, then we have a lot of work to do. Patrick Sobers said, is it even legal? Can you get an abortion at 5 months? Apparently, yes. I think it's too late. This can't be true. First of 5 months can't be done. Surely not. Secondly, you're carrying the man's child. You're carrying the man. It's about the baby inside you. Wow, she must have developed an emotional connection with the baby. This is madness to me. So then we go on to tell her, actually, it's up to 5 months you can. She needs mental help. If he's the rat, you're the sewers. Delusional, her body, her choice, says Naomi Winter. And then Jared just came in with one wild side swipe attack. Tell us you've had 19 abortions without telling us. Why would you say that? Wow.
Well, damn.
Not one, but I still believe everyone has the right to make. She took it on the chin. I've not had one abortion, but I still believe everyone has the right to medical decisions for themselves. Who are you to make that decision for anybody but you?
I do
killed a child over some dumb street politics.
No one has to deal with the weight of that decision but them. That's why I just think it's their choice.
Yeah.
Some people
she killed a child over some dumb street politics. Well, you put it out there, so everyone's going to have their opinions. Why did you have to put it out there? You didn't have to put it out there. If you're a rapper, like, why did you just not go and have your quiet abortion and shut up? She did this to hurt the father, but in reality, she'll be haunted by this decision for the rest of her life, says Caden. Ruby Brown said, life goes on, raise your baby. Nope, this is stupid. They have no issues committing murder infanticide. I don't know what that is, because they're inherently evil. So people snitched on him being a snitch, and she's worried about people's opinion, right? I'm not the one to judge a woman for her choices, but 5 months inexcusable. That's a whole baby in there. She's a killer. I'm pro-choice.
Oh.
But 5 months, would you really feel movement kicks? That's very heartless. It's probably better she won't become a mother. She laid down to make that baby. 5 months, wow, she killed it for no reason other than the father was no good. Maybe she should have chosen better. Only rat I see is a horrible little slag, says Daniel Boo. Yo, you know, a murderer, murder she wrote, whole. She will get judgment for that. Might take years, but it will come. Now, my opinion wasn't as strong as she's a whole, and all these things, but I don't know, for some
Damn.
reason, and I'm not one that, like I said, is like, oh, you should never have abortions. Everyone's got to do what everyone's got to do. But I don't know why maybe it's a shock. I didn't realize you could do it so late, but I don't know why the 5 months bothered me.
Because it's hard. Because it's over half. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. If it was under half, you probably wouldn't say it. But because you say it's already, because you're thinking 9 months and 5 months is 6 months is nearly all. So 5 months in 1 week is over half. 6 days is over half. You know what I mean?
It seemed cold to do that, but yeah, that was that topic anyway. All right, moving on. What we got? Let's try this one. This one was posted by Davina. It didn't get much comments, but I wanted to see what you guys think of this. Hang on, let me share my screen. Share screen. I thought this was interesting. So, Davina said, years back when my brother's ex was still pining and whining over him, I told her straight she can do better, forget him and find someone who will treat you better. Did I love him? Yes, but I'm not an enabler. Do you think the mama was wrong? So here's a scenario. My son cheated on his baby mama when they were together. I told her straight to leave him and move on with your life. Fast forward some time later, my co-worker was talking about how he wished he had a good woman. From what I've seen over the years, he's a solid man, so I decided to introduce him to my son's baby mama. Now, here we are a year later, and they're getting married. My son is mad at me, calling me the ops. But I told him he can't be mad at nobody but himself. You had a good woman, you didn't treat her right, so it's only right another man gets to love her correctly. Is mama wrong?
No.
Do
Gary?
you know what? It's not wrong. It's not wrong. I did have this conversation with people at work one time. Same conversation. So I said to one of the girls, if you had a son, and your son had his woman, and then he's bringing his side chick over the home every other week, would you let it happen? And they were all, no, I'd tell her. I'm like, why would you tell her? It's not you're not that child's mum. No, but disrespecting women. I said, would you blow up your son? They would like, a lot of them would say yes, and a couple of them said, well, to be honest, I probably wouldn't. I would say to them, you can't be bringing the girl around the yard, but I probably wouldn't tell the other the partner.
Yeah.
I'll probably be like, don't bring her around my house. And that's about it. Afterwards, but I mean, you're wrong. I mean, it all depends on what relationship the mum and the girlfriend have. Because if you bring your partner to your house and introduce you to your mum as a partner, and this is my girl, blah blah blah, then don't expect your mum to back you up or your dad to back you up in that situation. You know what I mean? If you don't bring them around, then it is what it is, isn't it?
Okay.
Would you gossip your sons, Natalie?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah. I say, fix it, Felix. The girl wouldn't even pass the threshold of my front door. Yeah. First of all, the little side quest. And then I would be like, you tell her before I tell her. Especially if it's someone you're actively seeing. It's not just something that happened. you're seeing this other person behind her back. I have watched a whole family be so tight with the main girlfriend and still have the side piece ringing them. And I was like, well, how is she ringing them?
Right, if you're
She's
close
so
with.
close to the girl. It's fuckery. I don't
Yeah.
fuck with it. So no.
Mum,
I remember meeting someone and I remember hearing about this person that had a woman of how many years, nearly 10 years, and that was their woman. When I first met the person, I met them with the girl. Yeah, met them with a woman. All the while, I'm befriending this woman and we're having a good time. We're on a double date, thinking that that's the woman of 10 years, his real girl. I then go to the parents' house a few weeks later and he comes in with another woman. So I'm like, who's that? Oh, so who the fuck was I with a few weeks ago? I said, don't you ever in your life put me in that position again. I thought it made me feel sick. Honestly,
Right.
So you had me up and down to rolling with it, and the girls talking like, yeah, because when we do this, when we go on holiday, when talking. So obviously I'm thinking that standardly, because as well, why would you bring me around the side piece like that? And then bring me around the thingy? You're going mad.
Who was this person? Don't say their name, but what did you say it was? Who did you say it was? Your friend?
No.
She was on a date with someone else.
I was on a date with
double date.
It was a double date, right?
Sibling, their family member had a long-term partner of nearly 10 years. And before I got to meet the sibling properly, and the girl, I kept hearing about this long-term relationship. Oh, they're at this long-term relationships. Oh, this long-term relationships that my mum's with them. Cool. We're going on a date. We're meeting my sibling, and he's coming with us. Cool. He comes with. He wasn't going to. It wasn't meant to be a double date. It was just meant to be us going to some pool thing and rolling, whatever. But he comes. They're a couple. She's all cozy up. I'm believing that's who you've been talking about the whole time.
Right.
No one said nothing to me. And then this girl is talking to me like, yeah, because when he helps me so good with this and he does this, and they're talking like this has been a long-term thing, honey. A few weeks later, I go to the parents' house. My man strolls in with someone completely different. So I'm like, I'm not comfortable with this. Who's that? So I'm looking at her like, who's this hoe? Yeah. Sideways. This hoe is the fucking wife. I was like this the whole time. Get me out. Get me out. You had to go. Because I can't sit there and shut my mouth. We need to go. We need to leave because I need to express myself. And you need to answer questions of why you think that's all right to put me in a. It's just weird. Then later on, come to find out, I'm with another sibling, and the side chick is calling the other sibling, call with them, and the mum, and I'm just like, what is this?
What is this all
treat
about?
that girl like your daughter. You lot treat the wife like your daughter. What is going on? Like, that's when I think for myself, I really saw it in cutthroat detail. I was like, oh, it was like a reality check.
Yeah.
These people this is fuckery.
Yeah, that's not right.
One of the guys I used to work with did the same thing. Well, we went on a conference. So he went to conference. I was at the conference, so he was there, and he's there with his wife. Well, this woman. So he's his wife and blah blah blah. So they was in the hotel together. She was calling him her husband and all this. Mm-hmm. So when I come back to England now, we're just doing something, and then someone showed me a picture of his wife and said, "Oh, this is his wife." I said, "That's not his wife." Mm-hmm. It is his wife. I said, "It's not his wife. I seen his wife." No, this is his wife. They've been married for. No, brother, I seen his wife. And then his wife is like, yeah, this is blah blah's wife. But she came in the room. And I'm like, and then I was gonna say, but no, it's not his wife. But the guy
Caught yourself quick, innit?
Stop talking. That's where the key. Pelt way the key.
Because literally, you're like, that's what it's like. I was like, because when the real wife came in, I was like,
like, yeah.
they're like, this is blah blah blah, and I was like, hi. Joseph.
That's happened. That's happened. That happened with me as a female as well. The exact same scenario that you just said. When it was like, that's her man. No, that's not her man. Yes, that's her man. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's complicated and shit, but oh dear.
I date this girl. She's hilarious, like literally hilarious. So she took me to this house, and the woman, and so it's like, say like for example, it was John and Mary, yeah, two proper white people,
Right.
and so their children are proper white. Everyone's white. So when we went to the house, they had a new baby. The new baby, like, so she's playing with the baby, like the new baby, like, and then she said to the woman, "Oh, where's your baby?"
Right.
And she goes, "That is the baby. That is my baby." And she goes, "But this baby's black." her friends in the house. Her other friends in the house,
Right.
looking at her dirtily, and she goes, "No, so, but no, I don't understand." And the friend like punched her like in the shoulder like this, like, "Shut up! No one talks about it." The baby's name is like Zephaniah or something. The other children are named like Robert.
Not Zephaniah.
Or something like that. So I'm in the house thinking, what the hell's going on?
Right.
We come out the house now, so I'm like to her, like, did you? She goes, literally, Gary, oh, you're bouncing the baby. When you said to the woman, "Where's the baby?" And she said, "That is my baby." Why did you say, "But this baby's black"?
Oh dear.
Our facial expressions as well will tell it all.
Straight, innit?
Like, okay, well, that's weird.
Yeah, flashback.
Yeah. Natalie, before I move on to the next topic, who was it that banned suicide? You said you wanted to talk about it, but then we cancelled. Who was it?
King Jong-un. So listen, my man just passed a bill in his country. It's your country, do what you want, isn't it? But he banned the bill, and he's
North Korea, yeah.
He said suicide is now illegal. Anyone found to be trying to commit suicide will be executed. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb, bro?
Some people try to commit suicide but don't really want to die in it. They do it for.
You better not do that because you're going to be executed if you start fucking about around there, innit?
Yeah, I mean, in hospital, people commit suicide in hospital. The worst way to do it is what they do is they drink bleach, and that's probably the worst thing to ever do. They drink bleach. So what happens when it goes into your stomach? You throw it back up again. It burns you back up, and then you keep throwing up. And every time you go, it keeps coming back up. So it does really bad. Like they can't fix inside you. It's like really bad because you keep every time you throw up and bring it back, you just bring the bleach back up again and again and again. So it keeps ripping out your insides. So
I don't think I can commit suicide because I have thought about it. I have thought about what or how would I do it? And then I was just like, well, I don't think I've got the guts to jump in front of a train. That's not going to happen. I don't think I've got the guts to right. I don't think I've got the guts to jump off of a building. That not gonna make it. Pills, from what I hear, can be really uncomfortable, like the bleach. It can really make you feel sick and that. So I don't know. It's just not for me.
No, you know that they're going to be debating what's assisted dying and stuff, and that the whole kind of Switzerland model and stuff like that. But if you had a terminal illness and you could go somewhere and they could put you to sleep slowly, you know,
I'd do that. If I had a terminal illness,
I don't know if I could. You know, I just think I don't want to be like a kind of not able to do anything, but also I just think I don't know if I could actually
Take
say
that
okay, yeah, take that step.
Yeah,
I mean, if I was in pain and it was going to just put me out of my pain and I could just go to sleep, then yeah, you say goodbye to everybody and then give me that injection and let me. That if you was allowed to just have assisted suicide, then that probably would be the way I do it. But for me to slash my wrists, can't see that happening. For me to jump in front of a train, can't see it happening. Off a building, can't see it. Like, I just can't see any of it happening. But if I had a terminal illness and I could be put to sleep, I probably would. Especially if I was in pain.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take pain.
I wouldn't want to know when.
Right.
Because I think
I get that.
If I could say someone, every day he gave me a tablet every day, but some days I would never know when it was going to be. Then I'll be like a sleeping tablet, whatever, I wouldn't know. Then I made it, but I couldn't okay, today's going to be the day. I don't think
on the 18th I'm going to get my injection.
No, I don't think I'd do that.
Yeah, it is a bit of a mind boggle. North Korean government has issued a ban on suicide, calling it an act of treason against socialism. This directive was issued after a significant increase in suicide rates, estimated at 40% from the previous year. The ban is part of a broader effort to address the severe poverty and starvation conditions faced by the population. The local government officials are held accountable for preventing suicides, and the issue has been discussed in emergency meetings across North Korea. Despite the ban, the situation remains dire, with many citizens struggling to make ends meet and facing internal unrest factors.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, things are pretty bad out there. So, yeah. All right, Davina, you're still watching. So what she's saying about this is if someone is attempting to take their own life, they need help, not to be treated as a criminal. Agreed. It's really weird. But going back to the previous topic with the if you had a son, I don't know if you've got a son, I know you've got a daughter, but what would you do? Do you think the mum was right to introduce the baby mama to the new thing? What do you think about that, Davina? But yeah, Natalie, back to your suicide thing. I think they're trying to address because if 40% of the population's killed themselves, that's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, he needs to look at that. Why do people want to kill themselves in your country? That's what you need to look at before you start punishing them for it. Because what about the ones where it does work? What are you going to do?
There's nothing he can do.
Right.
But my man, but you know what he would do? He would punish their families. The guy's mad, yo. Yeah, listen, that Kim Jong tried to punish off people and stuff. Yeah, he's mad.
It just feels like the world is run by really dictative, crazy people.
Populism is the thing, man. Trump, Kim Jong-un, that Hungarian president, that Belarus president, what's his name? Russian guy, Putin. That man, everyone's on the. Yeah, there's enough of them. We need to get some women prime ministers. Bring back Jessica Arzan and what's her name again? The one from Barbados and all them people. We need some of them people in the world.
Some harmony in the place.
Yeah,
It just
man.
seems very dictative.
Mm.
All right, what's the last one that I've got? All right, let me show you.
She's bitter.
Hang on.
Because
this is the last one I've got. Share screen. Hang on, what is this even doing? Entire screen. I want my WhatsApp to.
What's up?
I want my WhatsApp to show, but it's not. Window. Oh, here we go. Yeah, share. All right, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
she's bitter because society's standards, in her view, don't allow Black women to just walk around with their natural hair. That is bullshit. Black women can walk around with whatever hair they want. Only in Michelle Obama's warped mind do white people not like them unless their hair looks like white hair. And here's the other thing. The nerve of this woman to pretend that Black women are the only women who have to spend a bunch of time getting their natural hair to, quote, conform to these alleged society standards. Because virtually every woman I know, every woman spends a shit ton of time on her hair and wants it to be better than God made it. It's not a Black thing. It's a thing, and it's especially a woman thing. But she's always reducing everything to race.
Last year in 2024, 25 US states passed the Crown Act with active campaigns at a federal level, which, in case you're not aware, Megan, was created specifically to address race-based hair discrimination. You do not get multi-state legislation backed by major civil rights organizations and brands from around the world for a problem that is not real. If Black women were truly okay wearing our hair however we wanted, whenever we wanted, and wherever we wanted, Megan, then none of that would exist, would it? And whilst, yes, many women do indeed invest heavily in their appearance and in their hair also, it's only some of us women that are punished for wearing it in its natural state. Let's be honest, your video has absolutely nothing to do with Michelle Obama's warped perspective, and it's actually got everything to do with your very uncomfortable racial ignorance. A really worrying lack of cultural literacy in general. I think that's really the core of the problem here, if I'm honest. Michelle's experience aligns with that of millions of other Black women and is consistent with centuries of European beauty norms that are very well documented, sweetheart, which is very easy to find out for those who read. So actually, maybe Google, as far as I'm aware, it's still free. Your clumsy attempt at pretending to be colorblind to racism to help you reframe and downplay the true lived experiences of not only Michelle, but most Black women that exist on the planet today. So you can try and flatten and minimize the systemic racism that you damn well know exists and try and turn insidious racial prejudice into a generic human experience that all women have to endure. So the real topic of structural racism that you perpetuate ends up disappearing from view completely. It's actually quite embarrassing for such a sober truth teller as yourself. However, fear not, Megan. I would love to volunteer as tribute in helping fill in some of the gaping craters in your minimal knowledge about the world that exists outside of yourself. With my book, How to Love Your Afro, you can truly understand why your nonsensical, feral ramblings are not only incorrect, sweetheart, but are scary out of touch with reality. Do let me know the best address for you, sweet, okay? And I can ship you out a copy. Maybe two, and quickly.
So, Nat, did you know that only in 2024, I think someone said, I think Renee said in 2024, no, that was about Black people still not being called objects because that we were called objects in slavery, and it's still very much being described. I can't believe you've got a dog in the house, but anywho, we're still very much described as objects. And there's this whole thing around our hair, and I know that in some places there are penalized. You get penalized for having your real hair and so on and so forth. I was out at Southside Shopping Centre, and someone was asking me about the headdresses that we have, and I was saying that it's good for hair loss and alopecia and so on and so forth. And this white man said to me, yeah, but most of you black women, you wear wigs anyway, so what difference does it make? And I was really offended, obviously, by his comment. And I basically was breaking it down that there's so much politics around our hair, and in some places it's like at work they don't want you to wear your natural hair because it doesn't fit in with corporate guidelines and so on and so forth. That still very much exists. What do you think about what this white woman had to say? Do you think that, because it's how I started the conversation with you guys, and it's possibly how I'm gonna end it, but do you think that more of us are kind of waking up and speaking out, and that's what's causing everyone to freak out? Like the ops to freak out? Because I was like,
they just want to shut everything down.
right.
They want to tell you about your own experiences. That's not new. They are always trying to tell you that this exists, that doesn't exist. Their struggle's hard as well. They want us to just put up and shut up, to get on with it. We stop playing the victim, and to, anything they have to insert themselves in absolutely everything that does not concern you.
Yeah.
This isn't your struggle, so I don't expect you to understand. Stop trying to compare. They are the type of people that you've been to Tenerife, they've been to 11 so they're always going to have something to say.
Not 11
But you get what I mean? They're always going to have to try and one up you. They want you to shut up. They want to minimize their part in how things are played out and how we are made to feel. What they need to do is shut the fuck up, educate themselves, and stop trying to talk about an experience they've never lived. I can never talk about how testicular cancer or how being kicked in the balls would feel like. I could never know. As much as I could just only imagine. If I can see a guy keeling over if you just brushed past him or did something and think that didn't hurt, bruv, shut up. Because I did it, and in my head that didn't hurt. It weren't all that. I don't know how sensitive things are.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stop talking about things you don't know about. Stop inserting yourself. If you want to do anything, why don't you make a positive change instead of changing things? They, like I said, that because like what you said, they're used to us back in the day just being getting to it and just kind of taking the oppression. But where we're kind of outwardly and overtly really standing 20 toes down in who we are, what we think, and what we don't like about the way we're treated or made to feel about us in our natural states, they just want us to stop.
Right.
They want us to just stop. Oh, shut up. It's very dismissive. Like, be quiet. Like, I'm sure putting that face on takes her hours. Yeah. I'm not sure about her hair. Yeah. Either way. But you know what? I don't have white hair, so I don't know. But we're not talking about your hair, bro. We're talking about ours. I've never seen a white woman. I've never heard of a white woman or an Asian woman or any other race be cussed at anything about their hair.
No.
The most you'll hear is ginger, at the very most.
Yeah.
But we get criticised if we wear our own hair. We get criticised if we wear fake hair. We get criticised, because I've been criticised for straightening. If you've got curly hair, straightening your hair. You get criticised for wearing your hair out curly when it is curly, because it's not. You can't win as a black woman. You can't chat to me, bruv. You don't know what it's like, Pamela Anderson. Shut the fuck up, bruv. Sit in your box and talk about what you know about. Yeah? But stop talking about things that you've experiences that you haven't lived, and stop trying to dictate and narrate our experiences. And when we are telling you our experiences, you're telling us it's wrong. You've got no skin in this game. Shut your mouth. Yeah. Sit there with your babbleless tongues and be the fuck quiet.
Okay, guys. What Natalie said. Gary, do you have an opinion on it?
I don't really yet. You know what? As I said before, I had preferences of girls' hairs. I remember, but other than
What
that,
is your preference of women's hair?
do you know? laugh. But my oldest daughter's mum, I used to say, "Oh, can you put your? I love ringlets." And she remember she said to me, "Am I 10? Am I 10 or going to a wedding?" I'm like, "You can't just do ringlets." She's like, "Am I 10?
Right.
Yes, I
So
don't
what
really-
do you think of afros, women with afros or natural hair?
doesn't make a difference. There's hair in it. It's like, you know what? As I said to you before, hairstyles suit different people. So what I may like on you, Trisha, I may not like on Natalie, for
Right.
example. What I like on Natalie, I may not like on Charlene. And what I mean, so it's just different, isn't it? So some girls wear the hair in certain styles. I think it looks wicked. Some girls have like little pixie cuts and look amazing. So it's all depends on what they are in it. So, I mean, I don't mind it, to be honest with you. I don't really, and I've learnt from a long time ago. Don't be troubling black girls' hair. I remember, the stories I heard from girls doing things. One girl I know told me that her boyfriend one day, the first holiday her and her boyfriend went on, he picked her up and threw her in the sea. And she said for 2 days she didn't talk to him. Their first holiday, she said 2 days I didn't talk.
For whole 2 days.
She refused to talk to him. He was vexed because he messed up her hair.
There's a lot of work goes into the hair as well. Do you know what I mean? So
I just laughed.
pick me up and throw me in the sea. But I'm noticing a lot of it just feels like a lot of animosity towards, I think, because there's more of us talking about our natural states and about our hair and about how we're treated and so on and so forth. It is definitely, it's like we're an irritant. It's very interesting, the kind of attitude, and like it's like, shut up, not everything is about race. It's that kind of thing. And I guess not everything is, but
it is when you're black though, unfortunately.
But as I said before, I think
you want to go on holiday, you've got to Google whether it's racist in that place.
Yeah.
Like everything, unfortunately, is. It is.
Don't convince the mind we don't drop it down to the Chinese shop.
You don't know, boy. And he's such a little bundle part as well.
Yeah, because that Elaine the Pain, she caused a lot of controversy on TikTok by basically saying that the Asian community are the buffer race, and basically saying what we're saying in terms of spending money within our community and blah blah blah. She got a lot of hate for it, and then
and by a lot of black creators as well. A lot.
Yeah,
I saw a lot of posts saying, sorry, Elaine the Pain, blah, 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 going and spudding Boss Man. I've seen I'd say about 20 to 30 posts alone. And then she did a post saying that she's got tons of hate. But she's getting it from the Asians. She went onto an Asian live and they were so racist to her. They ate her for filth.
Really?
And you still had Negroes going out saying, not me, like cussing her. They've made videos. There's loads. If you even type it in, you'll see it. But I just put not interested. I don't want to see none of it. She came on to my lives once. I thought she was all right. But she did say, she said, I'm a troublemaker when I'm with you. But I don't think she's wrong, sorry.
You don't think she's
wrong?
What did she say?
She's not. Let me see if I can find it. We've got 6 minutes.
Like your fresher on.
Elaine.
The disrespect from them is real, and from how they were cussing her out when she went on their live. How anyone can back it after that, I don't even know. I don't get it.
I can't find the episodes. I'm not going to find it in 6.
Okay.
But she was just basically saying, because I think Davina even posted it in No Bravado as well. I'll see if I can find it, or Natalie, if you can find something, WhatsApp it to me and then I can play it. Davina says, as I stated in my caption, I'm not an enabler. Yes, I would have grasped his ass out too. As for introducing her to someone, I'm not sure I would or wouldn't, but I don't make mama wrong. I assume she was thinking about having a good role model for her grandchild, and she knows her son and probably knows that ain't him. Absolutely. Davina, if you're still in the chat, what did Elaine the Pain say again? Let me see if I can find it. But she was just basically saying that we need to just basically what we're saying, same sort of thing, and that, you know, there's a classism sort of issue in Britain, and that we came in as Windrush and they came in after us, but they're deemed as a higher class. They're like the buffer class.
But you got to remember that they came in differently, didn't they? They came in as refugees from places like Kenya and Uganda and places like that, and already and came with lots and were treated better because they were kind of the whole. This is they were like England was not the motherland. So when Idi Amin had them all come running out of those countries and flying over to here to be for protection, so they got protected in a different way, and the British government brought them over here with money and gave them things, and that the whole thing happened back then, didn't it? So it was slightly differently. It was slightly different how they came. We was invited over here to work. They were invited over here to be saved.
Okay, that's interesting. So, okay. I definitely think they're ahead of us in terms of economics as a community.
Yeah, standards. Yeah. And you know what? To be honest with you, like, there's no reason. I mean, obviously,
thank you, Sugar.
We're talking about pardoners and stuff like that. When we were doing that years ago, but you know, people stopped us from doing that, like saving and gripping money together and stuff like that, buying houses for back in the day. If you're thinking like in the 60s and the 70s. How many of the massive houses in Brixton were owned by black people?
Right, I know.
Yeah, and now they're all gone because man's sold them off and said they were going to move to Croydon because Croydon's a nice area. Look at Croydon now. What? Wouldn't even walk down that road. West Croydon, they're scary. Like Brixton and whatever. Everybody wants to live in a Brixton and them lovely houses up there.
It's all gentrified now, anyway.
Junction.
Good evening, Jason. Gail, thank you for joining us. We are going to be finishing in a minute, but I just want to play this. Davina sent it to me. Thank you, Sugar. Let me share my screen so that you can see what she said. I agree with her, though. And this is the thing. You're saying she's getting hate from us. That's what bothers me. We get enough hate out there, everybody else, and she's still managing to get hate from us as well.
Majority of the rebuttals and videos about her are from black creators. It's like a trend of going and spudding their boss man and taking a video of their boss man in the sweet shop saying, "Not me, bruv," and all of that kind of thing.
Really?
Okay. Let me clear something up for you real quick, because apparently history is now seen as racism when you call it out loud. What I said about the South Asian community is absolutely true. You were the buffer class. And just because you don't like what I said, it doesn't make it hateful. So let me re-jog your memory since you have a hard time connecting the dots. After World War II, Britain was broke and they called on the Commonwealth countries to help. The Windrush generation, mostly Caribbeans, answered the call first.
They rebuilt this country, worked in hospitals, drove the buses, taught the kids, and kept the economy moving. And what did they get in return? No blacks, no dogs, no Irish. They were met with hostility, racism, and rejection, to be exact. So a few years later, Britain opened up its doors again, this time to the South Asians, and they invited India, Pakistan, and Bangladeshi countries to come to Britain. And yes, they faced discrimination, but here's where it gets real. Because Britain treated South Asians very differently. So when the South Asians got here, white society decided that you could buy properties, that you could trade, and that you could run the corner shops. They saw your community as malleable and compliant, not equal, but useful economically. And that is how you were described as the buffer class between white people and black people. It's kind of like a middle layer between black exclusion and white dominance. That is where you sit. That's not me hating. That's how the system designed it to be. And this is what I kept saying. It's socially engineered for you guys to be in the position that you are today in this country. It's the same tactics that they use in all of our countries like Africa, the Caribbean, and Indian. If you divide all of the groups and oppress them and let them fight amongst each other, they will never unite and challenge the system. Now, fast forward to today, and the South Asian communities has built generational wealth. That's through pooling resources, that's through discipline and unity. And as I said in my last video, it's very commendable. But it's also true that the system made ways for your community that it didn't for black people. Banks would lend to you before us, landlords would sell to you before us, and employers would hire you before us. So when I point out that your community can be very insular, right, doing business within itself and struggling with inclusivity, that is not me being racist. That is me observing the very real reality and what goes on in your community. There's also been a lot of South Asians that have come to me and confirmed this. You do have colorism within your community. You do have a caste system, and you have anti-blackness within your own homes. So when you're struggling with colorism within your own community, what makes you think that we would believe that you would embrace blackness outside that? But again, it isn't about hate. It's about patterns coming from colonial conditioning. And let me make myself clear. This isn't about the blame game. It's about accountability for all communities. I also want to touch on Black activism and how you have benefited from it politically. Black people took the beatings. Black people were over-policed. Black people fought for their rights to be treated fairly and equally. We demanded justice that every other minority benefits from today. So when I call out your communities, that is not hate. That is me asking for reciprocity and recognition. So when you want to throw around the word racist in my direction, let's take a look at the impact and the intent. My intent is truth. My impact makes people feel uncomfortable, as it should. Because the system wants black and brown people to be divided, but we don't feed into that system as much as you do, unfortunately. And if telling the truth makes me a villain, so be it.
Can't hear you. You're on mute.
You're on mute.
I was coughing, so I didn't want yeah, I had a little cough. I don't, no lies told.
Let me tell you something. I've worked with quite a lot of Asian people in different workplaces and different offices, and had different Asian things. They have all, when they're comfortable and you form like a decent relationship with them, they tell you verbatim the ins and outs of it. My uncle had an Asian girlfriend who told us the ins and outs of how it works and how they see us, how they look at us, and blah blah blah. So it's not something, and you can tell by the way you're treated when you go in the shop sometimes. And like I said, it's not every single one, but there's a vast majority that will treat you like a dog. They could be doing a job or doing something that is way thingy than what you're doing, and they will still treat you like you're at the bottom of the absolute food chain. She's not lying. Obviously, in all things, it's not everybody. But I've had enough. Tell me themselves. You can't think like, what? What are we talking about? And then just the abuse that she received on that live, you just proved her point.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? Then you've got these silly house niggerettes doing stupid videos. You don't have to agree with her, but this is what she's talking about. Like, this is where we have to take accountability. If you don't want to listen to what she's saying or you don't agree, fine. But why have you got to outwardly oppose her to people who don't like you, bro?
Right, exactly. And this is where we go wrong. We've got enough people out there that are hating on us, and then we hate within ourselves as well. Rosemary says, totally agree with the lady on the video, and she gets so much bashing because she speaks the truth.
It's true.
Yeah, truth tellers do. They get a lot. Fake people get by on Earth a lot better.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot better. You'll always receive hate when you speak the truth, says Davinia. So keep speaking your truth, Elaine Le Pain. I hope you see this. We're going to put it on TikTok as well. We hope you see it. Gary, any thoughts on what she said?
I hear her. There's not much to disagree with. Yeah, nothing to disagree with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, going back to what I was telling you about the awards going to 8 white men, the women on the course want to write a complaint, and some want to make it a strong complaint, but some want to make it where it's like, well, let's try and turn it into a situation where we don't go in too hard and we ask for, we point out the mistake that they made, but we ask for it to be looked at again, or for us to go to be introduced to people like JP Morgan or whatever the case may be, that they work with. There's different organizations that they work with, and we might still be able to get something out of it rather than going down the complaint route because they know what they've done. But I heard what she was saying, and I loved what she wrote because I loved her way of thinking. But there was still an element of me that thinks, but here we are with the begging bowl out again. Why can't we just radically call out what they've done as wrong? Why is it that we've got to go softly to talk to them about what it is? There's still so many of us that don't want to tackle it head on, that don't want to upset the oppressor. We don't want to go against. There's too many of us that are still in that, and that would attack self first before anything else. I mean, for me personally, I realized how racist the Asian community can be towards us when I done that 10 days in Whitechapel. We done a 10 days business festival. They called us N-words. They asked us what we were doing there. They effing black this, effing black that. I will have you removed. They were awful, and as a community to work with and amongst. And then was when I was like, okay. First, when the guy choked up the girl in the hair shop, there was that. But then experiencing, excuse me, those 10 days in Whitechapel at that business fair, I really understood then what time it is and how they feel about us. Every community has got each other. We are the only ones that attack and that want to, you know, I mean, I was listening to what's his name, Bouncer, and he spoke about it, and he said, to be fair, all of the people who have chopped me down have been black, but all of the people that have helped me or given me a ladder have been Asian or white. So you say one thing, but then you have to say another because
Absolutely.
it's the same Asians and the same whites. Sometimes I've said the same thing. Some of my biggest allies are white. Polly, Stephanie, I can name a few that are white people that are rooting for me. And some of my biggest enemies that want to tear me down because I've prepared to step up one little step are black. So until we address that issue within ourselves, we're going to always have cracks that other people can just infiltrate. We've got to fix up. And even if we don't agree with what she's saying or everything that she's saying, we can't be publicly tearing her down to side with other people against her. It's wild. But we got a lot of work to do, black people. We really do.
Yeah.
So here's to hoping we get it done.
Yeah.
And before we go, who did you lot want to win the fight? You, Banks, or Ben? I don't want them to fight again.
Don't fight again. Chris Eubanks is shot now. He got bad. But what's them again? I just wasn't interested in the fight. I didn't even watch it.
Yeah.
Didn't watch it. Don't. You know, when I was younger, I used to love boxing. Yeah, but now I just can't bother to watch. I've got no interest in it.
I don't like people bashing out each other's brains. I'm not a fan. But the first fight I found really entertaining. The lead up to it I found entertaining. I didn't watch the fight, but I found the lead up to it. You know, I like the passer. So when he slapped the egg and it was is Eubanks gonna turn up? There was a drama around it. But he come and let him beat him up like that. Connor battered him apparently.
You did. Did you see Chris came out with 50?
Yeah, but then you got beat.
You know.
If you had won, that would have been legendary, but then you got beat up. I kind of wanted Eubanks. I like the eccentricity. I think that's the word. I like the eccentricity of both him and his dad. I think they're both feisty, and I think they're both weird. And I like it.
His dad gets on my last nerve. I like him, but he gets on my last nerve.
I like him.
It's
when he brocks out into
fake rubbish.
When he brocks out
it's so random. It's so random. Yeah, it's so random.
It doesn't sound good. It doesn't
What?
sound proper.
Boy, don't bother me in a boy. And it just busts out into this patois. It freaking kills me.
But it's
the
not
first
good,
fight.
It's not even good patois. It's some fake English sounding patois. That thing. It's just rubbish.
He does it well though, considering how on the other side his real accent is. When he does bust into it, I always think, oh,
what are you going on with?
Yeah.
Oh dear. All right, lovies. We're 12 minutes over.
I'm gonna run to the
Davina
toilet.
said the same. I'm the same as you, Gary. Back in the day, I loved boxing. I can't even tell you the last time I watched a match. I think it was back in the 90s, probably when Tyson was carrying the swing.
Not Tyson. I remember watching. What fight do I remember? Some of the good fight. I used to love Marvelous Marvin Hagler, and I was quite. I don't know, like maybe I was very I grew up in a white area, kind of hanging out with white guys. I can remember my first real kind of racism type thing is when Anna Minter said on TV, "No black man's taking my title," and Hagler battered him. When I mean battered him, like could have knocked him out, but didn't knock him out, but kept on fighting him and kept him like, and when he broke him up, moved away from him, broke him up some more, moved away. His face was twisted up. Them days, those were the days, boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those were the days. But yeah, other than that, I'm not really in it. Yeah.
Not really interested. I haven't watched the fight. I might watch the highlights. But I kind of wanted Eubanks to win again. But hey, he didn't. All right, people.
Cool. I'll catch you later.
Thank you for joining us, all of you that watched us. Please like, share the group, continue to comment. I am going to be at not this weekend but next weekend at Millen Market, and it's a Men's Day celebration. So any men, if you're in the area, pop down and see what she's got in store for you. She's got wonderful things that are planned, and you can catch Diva Choice down there as well. yeah, I think that's all I've got to say other than keep posting, keep commenting, keep showing up. We love it and we appreciate you. Thank you.
100.
Hey.
Spotlight listeners, if it's Gary's gone, he's known for this shit.
It's so rotty.
It's ridiculous. I can't. Spotlight listeners, if you're still here, thank you for being here, and we will catch you next week. Deuces.
See you.
Bye,
Living
sugar.
by toilet.
Me too.